Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 43 of Direwolf20's Crate Above and Beyond Let's Play series, where today, it's time to make some stuff with some nickel. That's the plan, at least. That's the plan. So I want to make all the operators and the numbers that we can for casting. So that's going to be plus, minus, times, and divide. Sweet. So today we're going to start on Chapter 5, and it looks pretty complicated. The gist of this chapter looks like it's around these calculation contraptions. So basically we have to take the liquefied version of the Tier 4 mechanism, like the final calculation mechanism that we've got pretty good amount of at this point. We have to melt that down. It'll turn into 30 millibuckets of liquefied logic. Then we take that liquefied logic and we can cast it. Each cast requires 1 millibucket of liquefied logic, so keep in mind we can get 30 of these per processor. So it doesn't look like we need a super ton, but maybe we do, I don't know. What we do then is we can get two numbers. We can get 8 and we can get 3. And then we can use the addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction to get all the other numbers. That's the gist of how this works, I think. So that's pretty much what we get here, right? So, like, you know, we can do stuff. So, for example, 1 can be 1 plus 0, or it can be 9 divided by 9, or it can be 1 times 1, or 4 divided by 4, or 2 divided by 2, or 8 minus 7, or 1 minus 0, or 5 minus 4, etc. You get the point. So we basically have to like start with 8 and 3, and then we can get, 5, and then we can get 2. If we want to just do simple additions and subtractions, but we can totally do, multiplications and divisions as well to get to certain numbers, right? So for example, if we wanted to get 1, we could just do 3 divided by 3, and then boom, you've got 1. One step complete, right? Some of these obviously will require multiple steps. Like there's no way to get the number 2 from 8 and 3. What we would probably have to do is 8 minus 3 is 5, and then 5 minus 3 is 2. That might be the shortest path. And ideally, you're going to want to find a short path. You're not going to want to go too crazy. Now, all of these are going to need mechanical crafters, and it looks like they're all going to need 3 mechanical crafters. So what we should probably do is get a bunch of brass machines ready to turn into a bunch of mechanical crafters. So we're going to need some crafting tables to get us up and running. Now, I haven't sat down and mathed out how many mechanical crafters I need. I'm just making 15 of them, and then when we need more, we will. I mean, obviously that's not going to be enough, because that's enough to make 5 combinations, right? Or, so it's going to be a thing. It's 100% going to be a thing. So maybe I should go ahead and get some more brass ready to go. And as a reminder, this is a little bit derpy sometimes. But the good news is everything's running perfectly here the way we would want it to. How cool is that? And if we flew over here, we would see that I went ahead and added a drawer of andesite alloy over here, just so we have some, so that whenever I need andesite alloy, I can just come snag some, because that's used in a lot of crafting recipes. Cool? Cool. All right, so with that all said, let's get a little bit of brass. You know what? I actually might be out of brass because I just made a bunch more brass pipes, but I made a few more brass, so we're not out of brass anymore. Sweet. So remember, it's 3 mechanical crafters per number. Now, obviously, a couple numbers we already have, like 3 and 8, but, stuff and things. So you're going to turn into that, which is then going to turn into that. More brass machines is always nice. Beautiful. All right, so now that we've got these guys ready to go, now here's the question that I have, and it's actually one that I hadn't considered for a moment. Ooh, I hadn't actually thought of this. Does it consume the minus symbol when it does the craft? So do I need 1 minus symbol, or do I need multiple minus symbols? I bet I need multiple minus symbols, and that might be a problem. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I've just changed in my mind how I want this to work. Because I would wager that this minus symbol gets used up. It's not like a bucket. I would wager. I might be wrong. I guess we could test it. Should we test it? Yeah, let's test it, and then we'll decide how we're going to build things. All right, so let's do a little bit of messing around here. If I put 34 calculation processors in this dude, he should, in theory, melt down. Okay. And like I said, he's going to be about, 30 millibuckets per calculation processor. Looking good. Now, we need a bucket's worth to complete the first quest, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that is 1 bucket and 20 millibuckets in addition, right? Which makes sense. Hooray! A bucket's worth. Now, you, sir, have 20 millibuckets remaining. So what I'm probably going to do here is just swap this out for a sec. Just to clean it out of there. Perfect. And that should then complete this quest. Hooray! In order to provide mechanical calculators with numbers and operators, all available calculation mechanisms have to be melted down into the figurative processing power they provide. Sweet. Now we need to get contraption 3, 8, and plus. So I've already got the components for that. So let's just get them by doing this. I'm going to put a bucket of you in here, and I've got a seared dude here. And then all we need to do is get the plus. I'm actually assuming that this chapter has me getting all 4 of them. Actually, does the chapter tell me? Without the operators, a data center would not be able to combine digits into others. Provide your calculators with an automated supply of any operator they end up requiring. The fact that it tells me I'm going to need an automated supply, definitely a thing, right? Let's actually do minus real quick here. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're going to need to automate all these. Sweet. All right. So that's good times. Now, I haven't automated them yet, so I'm not going to check the box, right? But then what we need to do from there is combine them with the with the thing. So what I'm going to do for this is presumably, let's just find a quick and dirty place to plop a mechanical crafter. Now I'm going to rotate you so that you go to the left. Okay. Now, so if I want to do 8 minus 3, I assume, does it, like, matter what order you do these in? That's actually an exceedingly good question, right? I would imagine it does, right? It's got to. It's got to. Yeah, I don't think it'll let me do, like, 3 minus 8. Yeah, see, well, no, it's letting me do something there. I'm curious what it'll come up with. Oh, nope, it's not a valid recipe, so it spits them all out. Okay, cool. But if we do 8 minus 3, then the question will be, are you going to consume those dudes? Okay. In addition to the minus symbol. I'm assuming yes. Okay, so I think that's your answer, right? I think that's your answer. We're going to need to fully automate all these symbols. The 3, the 8, and the additions and subtractions. I was thinking maybe they'd be like buckets where you get them back, but no. You're going to need to make them, and make many of them. So let's set up a smelter like this. I was originally going to do just like a seared melter and just do the numbers, but now that I realize that I need the symbols as well, we're going to need 6 sides of this, so let's do one of these guys. Okay, so I'm going to go get the components I need, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, just a little bit of off-camera work. Decided to build the smeltery over here off-camera. Made myself an ender tank so we can fill it up with lava and keep it filled. And then it's just a simple matter of getting some brass pipes. And a little bit of, how about a tier 1 extraction module? This doesn't have to be super fast, right? So boom, boom, boom. And now we've got this automated. So in theory, we're going to need a healthy amount of these calculation mechanisms, right? Melted down. And this is going to eventually fill up, which is pretty much what we want it to do. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. Because we want this fully automated, right? Now, to go with this, let's go ahead and get our numbers and everything here. And let's look at fully automating this guy. And you know I'm going to put this in, like, the right order, right? It's addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Clearly, that's the correct way to do such a thing. Yeah, because that's what you do. That's how you do it. Cool. Not bad. All right, so you're good. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm thinking we'll just get, you know, some red alloy wire or something like that, and we'll let this guy run. We're a little bit on the edge of our wireless thing over here, which has me a little concerned, I'll be honest with you, mostly because I planned to build out in this direction, so I might have to expand the range of our wireless thing. I think he's already maxed out on range, but we could make another one and, you know, run some cabling over here or something, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Now, if I want a lever here, can I make that happen? Oh, good, I can. Nice! Well, that's cool. There you go. And now we've got all our numbers ready to roll, right? So we can say that 3 is automated, we can say that 8 is automated, and we can say that addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division are all automated. Quests complete, right? And now we have to automate 5. We haven't technically automated 5 yet. Now, before I do that, I did make a stressometer here. And I'm debating what I want to do. What I'm thinking I might want to do is build a drawer system. Okay? That might have a drawer controller on it and contain all the numbers. Okay? That's what I'm thinking. So we have 14 objects, right? So if I got myself some 4x4 drawers, or some 2x2 drawers, 4 of them should be able to hold 16 different types of objects, right? And then we could get some flint downgrades for this guy. I'm just going to get a bunch more of these. So that we can hold, like, a smaller number. Does that sound kind of cool? Yeah. I like that plan. And then we want a drawer controller, which, remind me, is a zinc machine and a diamond. I just made new zinc machines because I found that I wasn't producing power quite enough. So I upgraded my magma generators downstairs to have Invar upgrades, the tier 2 upgrade. We'll see if that works out. So drawer controller good to go. Pipe modules good to go. Let's get ourselves some extraction modules here. And then my plan is to effectively do this. What if we had a nice little 4x4 like this? Okay. And then we had our drawer controller underneath. And we locked everything. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is let's have one of these be all the different dudes. Now, where's subtraction? What is this? Is this cube? It is cube. Where did my subtraction guy go? Did I? Oh, I used him. That's right. Yeah, I used him as a test. Okay. So one of these drawers will hold all our modifiers. And let's not forget to downgrade these. So they each have a stack limit of 1. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. And then in addition to that, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, if we were to get some item pipes under here, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Except that I missed when I clicked. So a little bit of a problem, but not too much of a problem. My goodness, you're taking a long time to break. I'll run out of oxygen before I break that pipe. Okay. Now, I mean, I could do a retriever module on this guy, but the problem is that we're going to need to have a lot of different things. And I don't know what the top tier retriever module can handle in terms of the number of things, but I think it's probably not 14, right? So we're not going to go with a retriever module. We're just going to do... Now, one of these guys gives you extra slots for filtering, doesn't it? Filter increase modifier. Adds additional filter slots to pipe. Slots will be used by any module that filters items. Okay. Maybe. Maybe that would be cool. Let's try it. Let's try it. So if we're going to do that, we're going to want... I wonder how many slots we get. Let's see what we get slot-wise. But we're probably going to want at least the tier 3, if not the tier 2. So let's see. If we got an in-bar pipe module... and then a utility pipe module, right? Let's get a tier 2 retriever module, and let's get a filter increase module, and we'll see if that gives me enough slots that I can add all 14 items to it, right? So for medium retrieval, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And then filter increase will be, oh wow, that's a lot more. Yes, it is. Okay. That's cool. That's definitely enough then. All right, let's do it. So then we're going to want you guys. Come on. Come on. Excuse me, sir. You're very rude. Why can't I access this pipe module again? There we go. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Oh, hey, get back here, you. Not that that's a very expensive item, but still. Alright, you guys all go away. I'm going to have to figure out a better way to get in and out of this water. And then in addition to that, we're going to want the 3, the 5, and the 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so let's just start it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that sound good? Not that you have to do that, but I know some of you will be very upset if I don't do it that way. And I try to make everybody happy. I do. That's what Dyer does. He tries. Okay, so now with that set up, now we just need to dig up some dirt. Okay, and what these guys should do... Now, also, there's prevent oversending. That's also going to be a problem. So we should probably throw a stack limiter dude in there. Yeah, I think that's probably a good move, right? That would be a smart move. Let's get some stack limiters. Oh, no, I missed my jump. Stack limiters, where are you at? Do we not have any stack limiters? All right, well, we can get some. And we'll just say 64 is the stack limit, right? And then what else did we want to do while we were here? I forgot. Are my pipes? Where are my pipes? There they are. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then that should be cool. And is he pulling all 6 at once? He is. Now, I think medium retriever modules can pull 8 items at a time. Oh, and that's right, I want to throw my stack module in there. Cool, so 64 of each type. Cool. So that's basically what we want to do, right? I like this plan. I like this plan. I think this works, actually. What do you guys think? Yeah? Did it slow down on 8s and 3s because we're done with them? No? Why are you not pulling 8s and 3s no more? Well, he's not exactly behaving, but probably good enough. We'll see. We'll see if it becomes a not enough, you know, of a good deal thing. We might need to put a medium retriever in there, and we might need 2 retrievers, one on each side of the drawer controller to really make it happy. But we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. Okay. Now, we don't get any 5s, because we ain't got no 5s yet, but we'll get there. So in theory, you should have a stack of everything. So why are you short on a couple? That would be a very good question that I don't have a good answer to. I'll give it a minute. There we go. Those guys filled up. And I think I just heard a tss, so that was the number 8. All right, perfect. All right, I think I've come up with a good sequence of numbers that will mostly use these ones. So let's say these are crafted way faster than the mechanical crafters will craft, right? So we know that this is like a boom, 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 boom crafting mechanic, right? So we should use 8s and 3s as much as we can. In addition, because let's say all the other numbers take a little while to craft, we shouldn't reuse those numbers a lot. So, like, I shouldn't use the number 5, like, 6 times, because otherwise I'm going to need, like, 6 times as many 5s as I need any other number. So if we want to try and balance these numbers out, we should come up with some math that works out. I think I've done that. So we'll have to see if I did it right. So 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 4 minus 3 is 1. And 8 minus 1 equals 7. And 7 minus 1 equals 6. And 6 plus 3 equals 9. And 8 minus 8 equals 0. And I think that covers all my numbers, right? 1, 2, we already have 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, we already have 8, 9, 0, right? In addition, we get a 5, and then we only use a 5 once. We get a 2, and we only use a 2 once. We already have an 8. That's where we use the 2. We get a 4, and we only use a 4 once. Right? We already have a 3, and we get a 1. And then we only use the 1 twice. One of these numbers we have to use twice, I think. Unless there's another way to come up with these things. So that would be 8 minus 1 is 7. Then we get the 7. We only use the 7 once, but we use the 1 again. So we use a 1 twice, right? Then we get a 6. We use the 6 once. We already have the 3. And then we have the 8s to get a 0. So if I'm right, this might be one of the more efficient ways to make this happen. What's funny is we're not using multiplication anywhere, but that's okay. So the gist here is that, you know, this is pretty efficient, I think. This is pretty efficient. There might be something I'm not thinking of or another way to do this that would mean use every number only once, but I'm pretty sure on account of the fact that you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sequences of numbers, and discounting the 0, because 0 is going to be a nothing, right? We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers that we produce. That means we're going to have to use one of these numbers twice, right? So I think this is pretty efficient. I think so. So what we're going to do is basically I want to set up lines of crafters, okay, which tells me that I now know how many crafters I need. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we've got 5 sets. But effectively, I'm going to do this, right? Let's have like 1, 2, 3 crafters like this, okay? And what I'd like to do is I'd like to have it drop into a spot that's not going to be a buffer, because I don't want to buffer too many of each number, right? I want it to basically stop. So I wish we had like a tiny chest or something that can only hold like one individual item. but I don't think that exists, right? And I don't think I can have you go directly into the pipes. Can I? I actually don't know the answer to that, and that would be kind of nice to know. So what would happen if I did that? If I told you to go into the pipes, would you be able to do that? I'm assuming not, right? There's no way that would work. Are we out of chests? We might be out of chests. I always like to have a few of these in my inventory because, as you can see, it's been many days since I've been sitting here doing some math. Sorry. So by the way, this guy, not a lot of stress units remaining. How's this guy doing in stress units? He's actually pretty low. So he's got what I would call a good amount of stress units available. I might tap into him just to get this up and running. Let's do that. Let's definitely do that. So let me get some gearboxes and let me get some shafts. And you know what I might want to do? Make more shafts. Which I can do without stressing about, mostly because I have like literally infinite amount of those resources now. Go Dire, go. Alright, so effectively what I'd like to have... Oh, and you know what else I want? Is you. So we're going to want you over here. And we know that we're going to want 8 of these, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can have a gearbox. But let's make it a vertical gearbox. So give me like a few of these. So you're going to be a vertical gearbox that's going to go into the water here. Maybe I shouldn't have gone down one more. Yeah, maybe I should run it directly underneath. Alright, oxygen, let's go. Calm down. Such a fusser. We gotta breathe. Okay. Beautiful. And then you can come over here, and we'll just tap into this windmill, right? No reason not to. And then just a normal gearbox, and boom, everybody should be running now. Cool? And that'll let everything run. So now, just for giggles, like this will be the first one, so this will be 8 minus 3 equals 5, right? So we're going to do 8, 3, and minus. Okay? So you're going to be 8 minus 3 equals 5. I'm just curious what'll happen with this, right? Does this work? It's a very good question. Nope. Didn't think so. It was worth a try. Yeah, so my problem is I want this to go into an inventory, but I don't know what kind of inventory to send him into, because the problem is going to be that whatever inventory he goes into, we want it to only hold one item. Does create have something for this? I'm curious. Like a basin, maybe? You think a basin could work? No, not a basin. A depot? You think a depot could work? Could work. Do you think that would work? So, ideally, what we're really going for here, okay, is that it backstuffs the machine. Oops, wrong number. Once it's full, right? I can math, I promise. 8 minus 3 equals 5. Will you go into there now? Yes. Now will you backstuff the machine when this already has an item on it? hopefully the answer is yes. Perfect. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so now what I can do is I can run my pipes here straight down to here. Okay, and then we add the number 5 to our retrieval mechanism. So let me borrow a 5 that I have from before. And then you add to your filter. Oh, you already have number 5 on there. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, so then it's working. We're done. See? Now there's 4 5s in there. Nice. Okay. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay, now for an important question is how to get the 5, the minus, and the 3 into here. What I was thinking is retrieval nodes. Right? Okay. So what we could have is we could have tier 1 retrievers. Okay. And then we're going to have 8 minus 3. Okay. So you're going to retrieve the number 8. You're going to retrieve the minus. And then you're going to retrieve the number 3. Now, I think he's retrieving from here, which is a little bit of a problem and not exactly what I want. Oh, we're going to have to specify 1, aren't we? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. So that's kind of working, but also not working. Yeah, no, none of this is ideal. None of this is ideal. Nope, 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 nope. I'm going to need a chest for overflowed items, because, yeah, we need to put limiters on you, aren't we? Are you active? Because you need to be active for a minute. Good. Yeah, so not only do we need to worry about stack limiters, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So we're going to want stack limiters on you. But then the other problem is I really don't want you to pull from the casting tables. I'd like you to pull... So I'd like these 3 to pull from this guy. And I'm concerned because I'm pretty sure he won't be able to pull a 5, right? And I can prove that out real quick by taking that off, right? I don't want him to actually get an 8, but I want to try to put a 5 into him, and I'm going to wager that he can't pull a 5 because we have a retriever module here, so we can't retrieve from here. Is that accurate? I'm pretty sure that's accurate. So if I were to get a 5 here and say, hey, get yourself a 5, I'm going to wager that's not going to work. Right? Am I right about that? I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Yeah, so he's not going to be able to pull a 5. So what we're probably going to want to do, is have these things that pull from the drawers be connected to another side of the drawer controller. And this guy that deposits into the drawers be connected to a different side. Okay, so we're going to want to set that up a little bit differently. So I'm going to need Mr. Pipe Wrench. Okay, and the plan is going to be as thus, right? You're going to come here. If I put you in here and clear this, will you stack again? You will. Nice. Perfect. And then we're going to need stack upgrades as well. Now, the problem with this, which kind of sucks, is that I need 20-some of these retriever modules. But that's not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. I think that's the right way to go, too, the retriever modules. I might change these to extractor modules. Now, if I did that, if I made these all extractor modules, I wouldn't need this to be a retriever module anymore. Well, he would still need a stack limiter, but he wouldn't need a retriever module. He could just be... we could just have 6 extractors over here. But then they would be able to pull, but they would also pull from... No, they wouldn't be allowed to pull from these guys because they have extractor modules on them. I think that works. I think that's what we do. Instead of having a retriever module on you, yeah, and then we don't have to mess with pipes. I like it. Let's do that, okay? This should work if my understanding of this mod is as such, right? But in theory, and then you don't need to have extractors, yeah, but we still need all the extractor modules. So let's go get 6 extractors, and then we're going to want, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24 retrievers. Be right back. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this stuff all ready between episodes, and then we'll come back next episode and put it all together. Sound like a plan? So for now, Del Twice signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.